WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. Not really sure how rare and exotic this is. Another Signatory vintage small batch, this time number 8, Glenallachie, vintage 2012, bottled on the 2nd of April 2024, so it's only 11 years old. Could almost be 12, but only 11. Oloroso sherry, 48.2% ABV, and Whiskybase number 251434. Recommended retail price is $69.90. Now, I just recently, 2-3 days ago, did a review about Milton Duff, 12-year-old, Signatory vintage 100 proof. The recommended retail price on that is €47.90, 22 euros less. There have been at least 15 different 100 proofs. There have been at least here 11, because I'm going to compare it to, where is it? Okay. This is the Speyside M. This is number 11. This is 2011, but 12 years of age. So 48.2% ABV, also $69.90. Whiskybase number, oops, let's scroll up here, 254958. And the M stands for, at least it's an open secret over here in Germany, Macallan. So where can you get a Macallan for 70 euros? 48.2% Oloroso sherry matured. Now, the Glenallachie 12, the normal core range, you have the old design going for 45 euros over here with only 46%. But you have Pedro Jimenez, Oloroso sherry, and a little bit Virgin Oak. Here you only have Oloroso sherry. And what we have over here at the moment, still a little bit, is from Thompson Brothers. They had that batch where they had famous grouse somehow mixed together with Macallan, and that was for 40 some euros. Some people loved it. I was like, eh. But 70 euros for Macallan, that's going to be very cheap. Now, this has a Whiskybase number, and if I go over there, I can see there's actually 13 reviews with written reviews. Of the 13 reviews, 10 say sulfur bomb. Now, I am very sensitive to sulfur, at least I thought so. And if I smell this, the Macallan, the M, the Speyside M, I get a little bit of sulfur, but I do get a lot of leather. Reminds me of that Thompson Brothers batch. I thought it was 1 to 7, 1 to 8, whatever they did there. This is not bad. It's not a sulfur bomb. At least I've had sulfur bombs, and it's not. This, on the other hand, the Glenallachie, you came here to watch the Glenallachie more than you did this Speyside M. This has a very, very nice sherry, leather, cherries, and a tiny little bit of mandarin. So tangerine is what they're called in. Mandarin is a language in China. Tangerines. I get some tangerines here. Now, Glenallachie was bought by Billy Walker. He has done a lot and very, very nicely changed the profile. No one talked about Glenallachie 10 years ago. Now, for the last 6 or 7 years, Billy Walker has been doing fabulous work with it, branding, making people sit up and notice their wood finish series, their core range, the 10-year-old cask strength, the 12, the 15, the 18. To be very honest, no one needs the 18 Glenallachie, at least not for the prices they're charging for it at the moment. Go out there, buy the 15, go out there, enjoy the 12. If you want a in-your-face alcohol, cask strength, barrel proof, batch proof series, go buy the 10-year-old cask strength. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And there's very few now, less and less independently bottled Glenallachies. They're not giving up any stock anymore. They're keeping it all for themselves. And so Signatory Vintage apparently got the barrels before Billy Walker took over. And so an independently bottled Glenallachie is something unique, special, which we're not going to see a whole lot of anymore. And the Speyside with the M on top, ooh, Macallan, even that is something where people are just going to freak out and say, I want it. I don't get the hype around Macallan. I've tried quite a few of their whiskeys, and they're good, but the value for money just isn't there. All right, so if you say, hey, buy me a Macallan 12 for 80 euros or buy me something else for 80 euros, I'm going to give you 2 bottles that taste as good as or even better than the Macallan 12. Challenge accepted, right? Cheers. This does drink a little hot for 48.2%. But it's got a very nice sherry moment. I'm going to actually call it the old sherry moment. This is a little bit more the new sherry moment. I call it a little bit syrup sherry. It's a little bit more artificial. It's a little bit young leather, not yet really old leather. This has that fruity combination of leather and a tiny little bit of tobacco leaves. Not on fire, no ash, nothing, but just dried tobacco. A little bit of prunes, and that tangerine. I get a tangerine here. We over Germany for Christmas time, the Advent time of the year, and we'll buy boxes of 24, 48 tangerines. And at work or at the university where I teach, I'll just buy one, and everyone gets 2. One at the beginning class, one at the after the break, in the middle of the class, and vitamin B, vitamin C, and it just gives you a great, great feeling there of eating fresh fruit. And that's a little bit what I'm getting here. A little bit of syrup on top, a little bit of corn syrup, not too much, just a tiny little bit, not maple syrup, a little bit of that triacle is there. Very, very nice. This is a B- C+ whiskey. Value for money, solid C. Now, every time I think about the 100 proof with 47 euros with its 57.1% ABV, it's just like, why are they 22 euros less? That they can't be. They're not losing money on that, but they could have been making more money with those for something else. That just boggles my mind. Though that price tag for those bottles there. In today's market, where we're just constantly complaining about prices going up and up and up and up. Very good. Solid C, value for money. C+, B- here for flavor. Often for Glenallachie, I get 2 things. I often get a grapefruit moment, tangerine, but not grapefruit. And I also get a mineral moment. Now, I do get a little bit of wet granite. I don't know if you ever cut granite before or marble. That's the dust in the air. A little bit is what I'm getting here. A little bit of that mineral moment. But there's much more of the cask domination here. This is a cask-driven whiskey, which, yes. And the old sherry moment going on here. Very, very nice. Good. Just brief this Speyside M. These hit Germany identical time here in the mid-June 2024. As I said, a tiny bit of sulfur, but not. I've had whiskeys where I just taste sulfur and everything else is not even identifiable. This is not the case. This sulfur is a little bit different. There's an underlying tone. Leather, artificial leather. berries. Think not yet ripe strawberries, sorry, and syrup. This reminds me a lot of the Thompson brothers. Is there a sulfur moment? Slight. Is it a sulfur bomb? No. I'll just read here very briefly. It says here, absolute cherry bomb. If you like sulfur in the style of Libra, you should go for this. I find sulfur in the nose and a little weaker on the palate, but I don't find it disturbing. In case you're allergic to sulfur, don't buy. After reading previous reviews, I was worried it was a matchbox. It only has a slight sulfur influence, which doesn't bother me, even though I normally don't like sulfur. Totally agree. Sulfur alert, all capital letters. First of all, I'm not allergic to sulfur. I often find it very appropriate. But this is a no-no. It borders on disgusting for me. No, it doesn't, at least not for me. So someone else says sulfur, hard to drink, and in my opinion, a complete mistake. Wow. Sulfur is overpowering everything, unfortunately. Sulfur, typically dense Christmas fruits, but undermined by unpleasant meaty sulfur. This has a meaty sulfur moment. It has a Mortlach, it has a distillery sulfur moment, and much, much less of the cask sulfur moment. It doesn't have that sulfur candle moment. It has a meaty moment. And I don't find that unappealing. So this is a C whiskey, maybe a C minus on a bad day. Value for money, C minus. But if I were to choose between the two of these, every single day of the week, Glenallachie. So my question of the day is, what independently bottled Glenallachies do you know of? And second of all, what independently bottled Macallans do you know of? We use over here at Signatory Vintage, or for a while now we've been using Speyside M square. So can you see this? I hope you see this. So Speyside M, a little bit in parentheses, higher. So that's our secret language for Macallan. All right, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, and see you real soon here. Whiskey Jason, bye-bye.